stream.
What was that now?
I was listening to my intro.
I didn't hear you again.
Yeah, I said, Ayo Gamers Vlog as well as your boy Preston back here with another stream.
Oh, okay. You started up a stream on yours?
Yeah.
Oh, well, howdy.
I'm here with my boy. And Blue John just got on. But, as you can see, well, Yon over here, he's playing Fallout 76. It's free for this weekend till like 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you said?
To my knowledge, yes. I could be incorrect on that, but what the fuck is... Sounds like a bat. Oh, it is! Holy shit! These guys are motherfucking badasses, and I do not want to pick a fight with them, but I want to show you all of them. So this might end really, really badly for me. But we'll find out. Yeah, there he is. Oh, come fight me, please!
But yeah, he's playing Fallout 76, and I'm over here on Fortnite.
These guys are Scorch Beasts. Oh god, yeah, look at that guy.
Guys, don't tune into my stream if y'all do. Tune into his. It's way better than mine. Alright, this dude has face cam on and everything. I ain't got nothing. I can
Don't
see
pick a
this
fight
shit.
with me. I just want to show everybody your big old ugly face. Yeah, there he is. That's a good view. Oh my god, he's a big one too. Level 50. Oh shit. Okay, I'm gonna crouch. Don't come fight me. No. It's okay. You don't have to. Oh, that's something else fighting me. What the hell? This is another perk. I can jump off cliffs. No fall damage in the power suit. I'm in danger. Something is very
I'm
mad at
watching
me.
his stream
Very
while I'm
well might-
streaming.
Yeah. Oh, it's because it's a mole rat thing. You. Damn it. Got it. Goddamn mole rats. I hate mole rats. You ever played Skyrim? Or any other Elder Scrolls?
I played Skyrim once.
Alright, you know how, like, mud crabs are the bane of Elder Scrolls world existence?
Yes.
Yeah, mole rats are the bane of my existence in this game. I hate mole rats. They're a creature in the game that will pop out of nowhere, and then they can dig down in the dirt and pop back out at a different spot. So, like, you have to shoot them. You can only shoot them when they're above ground. But they'll like pop out of ground. They're like diglets. If you play Pokemon much, like once they go underground, like you can't do nothing to them until they pop back out. So I ain't gonna go try to pick a fight with that Scorch Beast right now. I technically could, but it would be a half-hour, 45-minute ordeal that I am just not prepared to do. I'm actually gonna head back over to my base here, break some stuff down, show you guys what that's about, and then I'm gonna call this stream good, back out, get myself set up, and then I'll be back very shortly for a stream on what is it called? Well, hell, what is it called? Really? Division 2. My brain completely froze on me there. That was not pleasant. Yeah, Division 2. So, because that one's also free to play this weekend. And I just downloaded it, and I want to play it before it's done. I own Fallout 76, so I will be streaming much more of this for you guys in the days and weeks to come. So this is not mine, but it is so close to my base that I didn't put one in my base, so I use this one. And I'll hop out of my suit here, because you can't, like I said, you can't tinker and break stuff down and all that kind of stuff while you're in your power armor. And by the way, neat thing with the power armors, if you ever just kind of run off, it will, after a period of time, pop back into your inventory automatically. So, kind of got an auto homing device or whatever on it, I guess. So I go click square to scrap items, and then I just go scrap all junk because, you know, junk is junk, and that's the stuff that you use to upgrade and modify things and build things with. But then I'm also going to go over here and all of these items down the list that I don't actually want, I'm going to scrap them. So like this guy here, I don't use these pistols a whole lot. I have a modified one that's a lot better. As I go through here, you'll probably see it. Yeah, I got a level 5 one, but maybe it'll get more. So as I destroy those, there's a chance that they will give me modifications. A power armor will recall in 60 seconds. That's what I set up in the top corner there. That's what I was talking about. This death tambo is so much fun. It's a tambourine that's been turned into an instrument of death. What kind of hatchet? Nah, I don't need it. Let's go and get rid of that. Those knuckles, I wanted to get those specifically so that I could scrap them and hopefully get a mod. I did not get a mod. But oh well. We'll get rid of that. So that's that modified pistol I was talking about. I've got this is like that one that I scrapped right at the beginning. This one's modified. It's got a nice scope on it. It is fully automatic and it's a lot of fun to play with. Get rid of that one. Right, so that was all the stuff that we had there to get rid of. Pop back into this guy.
I hit her for 80.
I'll give you guys a real quick tour around what remains of my base, because as I said, it is a little bit foobarred at the moment. But I also wanted to put my other power armor that's all busterized in my storage so that I'm not carrying it around with me, because I don't need to carry 2 10, 15, 20 pound power armor suits around with me at the time, especially when one's broken and I need to repair it. So let's X, pop out. I actually found that power armor suit as a really interesting in-game event where I was just wandering around in the woods and it was just sitting there, and I walked up and stepped in it, and it locked me inside it. And this audio started playing, and this guy was like, "Hey, you found my power armor suit. Guess what? It's rigged to blow. You're about to die." Ha ha.
Really?
Ha ha. And then he goes, "Just kidding. Actually, I used to be a raider. This was my power armor suit. It's done me well, but I'm deciding to retire. So it's yours now. Happy raiding." And I was like, "What? What just happened?" So yeah, so I got a free power armor, a whole power armor suit right here, just because I happened to stumble across it out in the world. It's kind of cool. So this is my stash. So in the game you get a stash, my filing cabinet stash, because I made it secret-y. Generally speaking, you would add a regular looking stash, but I wanted not everybody to know it was a stash, so I made a filing cabinet one. Which anybody who knows anything in this game would be able to recognize that's what it is. But your stash in the game is kind of like a magic box that you can put your stuff in. As you see, it says that I have 495 of 800. When we first started playing the game, I think we only had 400 stash amount. A month or two into the game, they upped that to 600, and now it's at 800. So that's double what we started with, to my memory. Again, I could be a little bit off on that. Maybe we had less, maybe we had more. I don't remember for sure. But your stash is kind of a place that you can just throw everything that you want to keep, but you don't want to have on your person. So the main thing that I'll do is I'll hit triangle, store all junk. So that throws all my junk over there, which reduced, you see I dropped down to 185 in carry weight. But the other big thing that I wanted to do is I wanted to go over to apparel. I'm going to pop over here so I can see it better. Oh shit, I think it's this one. Yeah, I'm going to go with this one. Yeah, hopefully that was the right one. As you can see, I've got a couple other power armor chassis in my stash. One of them, I do believe, is loaded up. And the problem, now one thing they really need to do is you cannot see what type of armor is equipped to the power armor chassis whilst you're in here looking. But this is some power armor pieces that are broken right now. I need to get them fixed and stuff. Sorry guys, I gotta go make sure my base doesn't get got by these guys. No! Goddamn mole rats! All right. So, but yeah, so that's what your stash is all about. You can go up there and you can put stuff away in there. And the neat thing about your stash is any stash box across the map. So all the train stations have them. A couple of other locations have access to your stash. Yeah. So there's places around the map you can get to that have them. And everything to your stash here, you get to a stash there, all your stuff's there. If you go to your buddy's base, his stash is your stash. You cannot access his stuff. When you break into, if you can break, like technically, if I had a window right here, somebody could click sit, and it would teleport them through the wall and into my chair, so they can kind of break into my house. That's why I have windows with shutters on them, so they can shut them and people can, you know, not get into my house. Actually, right now they can because I don't have any locks on anything. But that's also why I don't have anything close enough. Actually, I just thought about it. I have these guys. So technically, I'm going to try this, see if I can show you guys what I'm talking about. Oh, no, because that's high enough that that would not happen. So yeah. But technically, if you could stand outside and you could look inside and click on the sleeping bag, you would be able to teleport in by instantly sleeping on the sleeping bag. But yeah, so if you go into somebody else's base and you use their stash, it's your stash. You're not breaking into their stash and stealing their stuff. That's not an option. Your stuff is your stuff. Nobody else can take it unless you opt to trade with them and share it with them. Back over here in the back area, I have this area that has my nice big generator that is supposed to be running my water purifier that I no longer have. So that's, you know, sad days. So honestly, could trim my whole build down and make it more confined. This is my cook station back here. When you yoink meat off of animals and stuff, you have, right now I have some dirty water. I'll boil that with some wood and turn it into boiled water. And then I go down here to food. Let's see if I have any food to cook. Let's do it the quick way. L3. Yeah, so I got mole rat chunks. I can cook some mole rat chunks, so we cook those up. So some mole rat chunks and some wood. So now those went from being raw mole rat chunks were potentially riddled with diseases, but I can now pop over into here, go down my aid, pull my mole rat chunks. Not gonna eat those to get food. I generally don't carry a lot of food on me because I'm a cannibal, so whenever I kill a humanoid creature, I can just eat it and get my food that way. I also have the perks that allow me to eat anything and drink anything in the game and not collect any radiation from it, which is very, very useful. I recommend getting Lead Belly very quick in the game if you're worried about radiation. And that's in your endurance tier, but yeah, so. Speaking of perks, real quick before I back out of this game, I'll pop here, triangle, level up, because I did level up. So as you level up, as you play through the game, you'll level up, and you can pick these different, your special. Special stands for strength, perception, endurance, charisma, intelligence, agility, and luck. All of these affect different things. Right now, I'm going to go with perception. Because I was going to talk to you guys about this. So this is that concentrated fire that I was talking about with the VATS. Now targets limbs, focuses fire to gain accuracy and damage per shot. So you can do things like this where you can then shoot at creatures' legs and actually cripple them. Or wings, like that bat that I was saying, you can shoot at his wings, cripple his wings so that he can't fly no more. And then you can cripple his legs so that he's real slow and lumbery. And then that way you can run around and kind of deal with them easier. Glow sight's kind of a neat one. You deal 20% damage to glowing enemies. So there's a lot of these different types of things. Night versus the fun one. Poacher's bounties, one that I'm thinking about getting an extra one on. But I don't really eat meat a whole lot, so I'm not sure about that. Refractor's a fun one because you gain 10% energy resistance. So basically you're just resistant to energy damage to some degree. I am going to probably pick up this rifleman. Your non-automatic rifles now do 10% damage. Your non-automatic rifles now do 10%. So that's interesting. So You get Rifleman. Rifleman you can take and level up 3 times, and it will do probably 30% bonus damage by the end of it. But then you can take Expert Rifleman on top of that, and it will do probably an additional 30 damage on top of that, 30% damage on top of that, which will give you a 60% boost at the end of it. And then you have Sniper over here. Gain improved control and hold your breath 25% longer while aiming scopes. So this will be very helpful for me. You also have these guys with the where you can help find your magazines. The magazines give you little like perk boosts and stuff like that. Fortune Finder and all that kind of stuff. I'm actually going to up my, where is it? Agility right now, because I want, yeah, this guy, Enforcer. Your shotguns gain 5% stagger chance and a 10% chance to cripple a limb. So I like to use that double barrel shotgun, but it only shoots 2 bullets before you have to reload, but it does a lot of damage. You have to be real close. You only get those 2 shots before you have to reload, but then it just does so much damage. So getting this 5% stagger damage and a 10% chance to cripple limbs is just going to be so great. For me, anyway. And it obviously goes all the way up to a 50% chance stagger and a 30% chance to cripple limbs if I keep leveling this card up and combining them together to make it a tier 3 card. So right now I'm going to grab that card, and I leveled up my agility now to level 3. So as you can see, I've got Action Boy, which is a level 2 card on here right now. But I'm going to go ahead, and down here I have all these level 1 cards that I could add any one of these, that I've acquired some of them through just, you know, level up packs and stuff like that. Every couple of levels when you level up, you get a little booster card pack that gives you just some random cards. But I'm going to go ahead and add this Enforcer guy. So as you can see, that added that there. If I take this off, where is it? Unequip. You'll see at the very top there it says 1 unused point. So that means that I have 1 point available. So all of these are 1 point cards, so I can add any one of these. So I add that guy, that goes away. So you can see I've used up all of my other points on all of my other perks. But these are all the different types of perks that you can customize your character out with. And you could really kind of go nuts with getting hyper specific, really, really skilled builds that are really, really, you know, buffing out certain aspects and make you a really strong melee character, really strong rifle user, really strong shotgun user. Or you can kind of do like me and just kind of go, fuck it, I'm going to do whatever comes to my mind. And so that's what I've done. But then you got your beds. And a real quick perk for anybody who doesn't know, those sleeping bags I have downstairs, those are for guests. But the problem is if you sleep on a sleeping bag or any bed that's not in a frame, you have a chance of contracting a disease. So my bed upstairs is on a frame. And so I'm going to take a real quick nap here while I say goodbye to you guys. I'm going to pop back in here for a good half hour, 45 minutes stream for you guys. Let you guys see me get into Division 2 and my opinion of that. Now I'm going to have to get off. We're heading up north to visit my mother-in-law and stuff. So we're going to be gone for most of the day. I'm going to hopefully be back home tonight before the Division 2 shuts down. As you can see, I got a well-rested perk right up there. It disappeared now, but so if you lay in a bed for long enough, you get that well-rested perk for the next. I'm actually going to show it to you guys. Nope, wrong button. Right. So I'm going to go back over to stats, effects. So I've got this well fed because I'm all the way up, but I should have right up at the top of it. Well rested gives me 5% extra XP for 2 hours, and then once that wears off, all you got to do is find another bed, rest for as long as I just did, and you get it back again. Whilst you're fully eaten, or once your belly's full, you get that well fed. So I get a max XP boost of 25%, and I get a 25% disease resistance. If I go over here to items and to aid, and I don't want to drink up all my booze right now, but I can go find that boiled water I have, drink that. There. Now I can pop back over here, and I also have Well Hydrated, which gives me a 25% boost to my AP regen, and an additional 25% resistance to disease, which means that because I'm fully hydrated and fully fed, I now have a 50% boost to my to disease. So I have 50% chance less of getting diseases when I eat raw foods or raw veggies or things like that. Which again, I don't usually worry about because I just eat dead people. Because, you know, that's normal, right? Anyway,
Yeah, that's
thank you
totally
guys
normal.
so much for watching. Yeah, right. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is Fallout 76. Again, I will be back with more of this. They have done a really good job of making this game less shit. I don't think it's still 100% there, but they're still nowhere near done working on it and fixing it, and they're putting out pretty regular updates. They've added so many extra little missions and story things that you can go do. So whilst there's still some weird bugs in the game itself is 100% better than it was at launch. It's definitely worth checking out, especially considering it's free right now on the PlayStation 4. And again, I'm pretty sure it's free in most other platforms in the US. So definitely look into that, check that out if you have any interest at all. I have been YonNfoolery. You guys have been YouTube. This has been Fallout 76. Again, thank you so much for watching. And I'll catch you guys when I'm back on a little bit later with some of the Division 2. See you guys later.
No, where the fuck do you think you're going? Who the fuck told you you could leave?
I'm not leaving.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm just ending my stream.
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
She came in all pissed, dude. She's like, what the fuck do you think you're doing?
Normally I don't mind talking like that on a stream, but
No, I don't mind.
I'm not trying to cause a problem with anybody.
Yeah, no. And language is not, as long as it's not hate speech and offensive language, like I don't care about
You said you
swearing.
want me to talk hate speech and offensive language? Like, geez, who do you
No,
think I am?
I'm saying that's going to get you a quick kick out of the party. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but
No,
I'm just saying that's
I
going to get you a
won't
quick
say
kick out of
that.
the party. Because I am about to close this game down and start up Division 2
Oh,
for
okay.
another stream. Which I just downloaded for free because it's free right now.
Alexa, shuffle my music.
I will say though, however, you're gonna need to not have that going.
Oh, the music?
Yeah,
Alexa, pause.
Yep.
because that's gonna come through on my or turn your audio to not share in the party settings, and then it
Negative.
won't come through the stream.
Negative.
You know what I
I'm
mean?
already in a game, so I can't do that right now, but
Yeah, but
I'll just pause the music, it's way easier.
yeah, that's fine. Because if the music is playing in the background and your audio is set to share, then it will come through on my stream, and then YouTube will get pissy with me because there's music playing that I don't have copyright permission to. Or
Ooh. You said a bad word. I'm telling YouTube I've got them on speed dial.
what I said, pissy?
You can't say that word. That's a racist word.
How is pissy racist?
You're just being racist. You racist.
Okay.
Racist. You're racist against people who just can't piss at all. So, you know.
Hey, get a urethra and get over it.
Listen, I identify as a couch
that's actually
cushion right
great.
now, so you can't really say that to me. I have my own special set of rights. Okay.
Get a urethra or get a piss bag. I don't know what.
A piss bag?
Yeah,
Those
you
are
know,
called
like,
catheters, thank you very much.
Well, no, there's a catheter that goes into your urethra, but there's like a colostomy bag that, like, when you.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
no,
So,
okay,
like,
so I know what
I'm
you're
saying, like,
talking
something
about.
that- I'm saying,
a
like, something that's
CNA,
like a
so, like,
yeah, well,
so, like, when you have, like,
caregiver.
stomas, yeah, so, like,
Yeah.
when you have that stoma there, yeah,
Yeah.
those are terrible to clean, man. Have you ever
But-
cleaned a colostomy bag?
No,
Or like a
I'm
stoma?
unfortunate enough to
Ugh.
never have to do that. But yeah, what I was saying
Oh my
is
God.
that, like, you know, like, I don't
Trust
know
me.
what it would be, but like a colostomy bag version for your bladder that doesn't come out. Because if you don't have a
Technically it
urethra
would
opening,
just be technically, like, if you didn't have a urethra opening, then you would have a colostomy bag. But colostomy bag's really just
Well,
for
no, because
food.
that's to your lower intestine. That's not to your UI tract.
Oh, you fucker.
You know what I mean? Those are two different. They're related, but they're two different.
I guess you could have
tracts.
like a makeshift version of that for your.
So it would have to be
whatever.
something that drains specifically from your bladder. You know what I mean? And they could definitely splice at some point, I guess, maybe. But I would be worried about like splashback. You'd have to have some sort of protection valve or one-way valve or something.
I imagine you just have to put on PPE just like you would with anybody who has like any kind of illness like that, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because otherwise you'd end up with some sort
or
of
like
sepsis.
C. diff. Like, have you ever been around someone with C. diff before?
I don't think so.
Oh god, it's terrible.
It
I
doesn't
feel
sound
bad
familiar.
for the people who have it. Fucker. Come on.
I caregiver for my my fiance, and so we would be married, but I live in Washington State, and in Washington State, caregivers can't caregive for their spouses.
Why?
Because apparently there's been too many instances of abuse. Studies have shown that spousal caregiving situations are the highest stress situation out there, and there's been too many people who take advantage of the situation and abuse their other. And
that's really sad.
Yeah, so a few dumbass rotten people have ruined it for the rest of us. So
well, it's even worse when it's like, have you ever seen like when I used to work at an long-term care facility, like the people who would just drop off their mothers or fathers or grandparents, and then they never come see them.
Yeah.
They never come back, and all these people want, like, I don't know how many people I've had to sit with as they die, and the only thing they want is to see their family. Like, it's like the last thing that anybody wants before they die, and people just I just can't believe that. It's just so sad.
Yeah.
I actually find it ignorant that people do that.
That's why, I mean, like, I've had the opportunity a couple different times to get my hey Cammy, welcome back, so
I forgot my
I've had my opportunity a couple different times to get my certification stuff that I need to get to be able to do that type of stuff, but I know myself, and I know how attached I would end up being, and it would just put me in a dark place.
To be honest, like, I'm pretty empathetic to other people, and having a job like that can make you very, like, it really will open your eyes about how people are. And it's a rewarding job, but really
I have mad respect for people who do that. But it's for me, I know that I have emotional issues. I have schizoaffective and a couple of other like stuff that I worry that it would just push me too far stress wise to it would kind of almost be a symptom relapse for me.
Alright.
So yeah. So
I totally feel you, man. Like I just got diagnosed with PTSD, bipolar, depression, anxiety, and schizo. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I have schizoaffective, which is basically a schizophrenia that is kind of hybrid with mood disorders.
Oh shit.
So yeah.
You might as well just have bipolar disorder.
It's not quite, but yeah, I mean, it's the easiest way to describe it. But I mean, luckily I've been largely symptom free for what, 15 years now, almost.
That's great.
But it was during my later years of high school that kind of really went into overdrive, and I went into some pretty dark places and stuff. And luckily, my current significant other, she's kind of the one that kind of grounded me, and I faked my way out of the mental hospital that I was in, because it was like, I mean, I get what they're trying to do for me. Yeah, I was like, I mean, I get what they're trying to do for me here, and it gave me enough of an eye-opening for me to kind of like logic my way back to health, but like, yeah, anyway, it was like a halfway house type thing. It didn't heal me, but it set me on the path. And then my family, God bless them, they're very supportive and loving. And then luckily my I call her my wife, but I mean technically we're not married. But she she's been my rock that, you know, just was there for
That's
me
awesome.
and put up with all my bullshit and allowed me to kind of figure myself out. So, and then now I'm kind of doing what I can be to be here for her, and so, which I was working, you know, at a regular job, and but then what I would do is I would go to work, and I would eat a like lightning fast snack that I could on my first 10-minute break. Then I would go back to work, and then on my half-hour lunch, I would blaze home, help her with anything she needed help with, blaze back to work, get back to work, and then eat another quick snack on my second 10-minute break, and then when I'm done with work, get home to start taking care of her again.
Jesus.
So that was burning both candles, or burning both ends of the candle, as they say, and
I've never heard that
I was
statement in my entire life.
really burning the candle at both
Yeah.
ends. You've never heard that?
No.
All right.
Like,
Well, you can
I
imagine
say,
what it references to, anyway.
I mean,
I
like,
imagine.
a Midwestern thing, because I live in Kansas, is to say, are you dicking me? Like, are you dicking around with me or something like that?
Yeah, it's not the same concept. So burning the candle at both ends is basically, so if you burn a candle, it's going to eventually, you know,
like
burn
burn
down
faster,
and evaporate,
yeah.
and then once it's done, it's done. And the candle is a metaphor for your life, basically, right? Or your energy and all
That's
that.
super fucking depressing. Thanks for that.
Well, it's your
Jesus
energy.
Christ, like,
Your,
if I wasn't
you can
already
take it to
fucking
any level you
depressed.
want. But so
Jesus.
when you flip a candle on its side and you burn the wick at both ends, you're shortening your life even quicker, right? So that's where you say somebody's burning the candle at both ends, is they're working way too hard, they're doing way too much, and they're just, you know, overstretching themselves and exhausting themselves. So that's what that saying references and means. But anyway, that's what I was doing, and I was just exhausted all the time, and it was like, well, shit, you know, because I'm not gonna not help her with the things she needs. So finally somebody's like, well, I mean, why don't you check into being her caregiver? We're like, what the hell is that? Because I've been being her caregiver for the past, like, you know, 4 or 5 years. I just didn't know about it, that was an actual thing. And so we checked into the agencies that, you know, we needed to and whatnot, and got myself certified with the, you know, going through the education and stuff. And now I've been doing it for 10, 12 years.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a lot. Wow.
But again, it's not something that I would go do for anyone and everyone, because, you know, it would be too much for me, I think. But like, I already do it for her anyway, because I love her and I'm going to do anything she needs. So
Why can't I have
life.
someone to love me like that? What the fuck?
You'll find someone. You'll find someone.
If I was disabled and 500 pounds, I'd want someone to care for me like that. Come on. Come get the stoma that's on my stomach, okay?
How do you know she's 500 pounds?
No, I was saying if I was 500 pounds, I wouldn't.
Yeah, no, she has rheumatoid arthritis. She's had JRA, which is juvenile onset rheumatoid arthritis.
Oh, fuck.
So she's had it since she was 2. So whereas most people get it and they're like 40s, 50s, 60s, and then have it until they die, she's had it since she was 2. So she's had it for 30 years now. So it's, you know, done its duty on her body. But she's doing really good. I mean, overall, I mean, as far as all things considered, she's got a pretty aggressive strain of RA, and luckily she's had some pretty good doctors that have treated her well. And she's on a medicine called Xalgans that is absolutely a godsend. Absolutely.
Jesus Christ,
just
you are
amazing.
really just depressing as fuck. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, I feel very, like, thankful for my life compared to that.
Well, that's the thing,
That
man.
sounds
Like,
fucking
it's
terrible.
no matter how shitty my shit gets, like, I kind of feel like, oh, fuck, man. How much can I complain today?
Yeah,
before I
no
start
shit,
going.
man. Like,
Before I
like
start
I was
going,
listening to you
like,
say all that, and I was like, Jesus, like, now I can imagine what people with cancer go through on a daily.
well, on that
Oh.
note, my 11-year-old niece, when she was
Oh, don't even say it.
what
I don't want to hear it. Nope, 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 nope,
7?
nope,
no,
nope.
she was 6 and a half. Was diagnosed with brain cancer. She's a survivor, by the way. So positive end. But yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, she had to go through that whole shit.
Is it too late
but
to
the-
commit suicide again?
But the
Like,
fun
is it
thing with that,
someone
please
going
don't
to
joke
house?
about that.
No, but
Like, I can give you
I
the
would-
number if you need for the hotline, but you know, that's not.
Oh God.
Oh, suicide? Yeah, I already
Yeah.
tried to kill myself the first time by hanging
Yeah,
myself.
I have
Shit,
too
okay.
as well. When I was younger, I tried to kill myself. But then when I got older and my psychosis kicked in, it kind of saved my life because
Yeah,
my
like I feel the same way. Like I tried a bunch of times before, and then like the one time that I almost succeeded was the
within
time
my
I
s-
was like, oh god, this was a terrible idea.
no. So in a different way. So in my schizophrenic flare, my psychosis was that I believed that I was this demon from another dimension that was like able to go around and destroy. Anyway, it's a long, convoluted story. But the point is that I had been separated from my main body, and I was living as a human so that the gods could control me, right?
I feel like
I
we
needed
need
to
meet
get-
up. Like,
I needed to
this
get
would be a good
back to my
conversation.
body so that I could become all powerful all over again. But the problem with that was if I killed myself, I would sever the connection, and I would start all over as a newborn baby.
That's actually not an unbelievable concept, but
So, but that was my idea, that was my thing. And I could tell you my whole story. You'd be like, wow, that sounds right. Is it? Yeah, because it's an entire fucking thing. Like, I had an entire, like, I could fill a library with the experiences that my alleged things were. And the thing is it's all believable enough that I still technically, on some level, believe it today. I just choose to believe that the world I live in with all of you guys is more real because it's less depressing. You know what I mean?
in a way.
So like
You're-
I had a moment where I could decide, okay, do I believe
A moment.
what I know to be right in my like being, or do I believe what everybody else is telling me is right, which is a
Yeah,
hell of a
but
lot
I mean, like,
better.
see, like, that's where it gets tricky because, like, I believe that people in this world are not meant to work until they fucking die. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think that someone needs to get up every morning and worry about if they're able to feed their kids because they didn't go into work. Like, I absolutely don't think that's it. But I mean, like, it's
I hear you.
easier to be different than follow the herd. Does that make sense?
Yeah, you don't want to be sheeple.
Yeah.
And I hear that. But I definitely feel like, you know, I
Yo, Soul.
just unique for a YouTuber, actually.
Wait, I
Fun
was just
fact.
listening to this while I'm streaming. Okay.
Fun, yeah, and that's fine for
Yeah.
everybody on your stream. Then, fun fact: 90% of the YouTubers you're watching, if you can't see them from the waist down, they're not wearing
They're
pants.
probably not wearing pants, yeah.
Oh,
No,
guys, that's just kind of
and I've been
there,
told that
so.
by numerous other. I'm personally not one of those. I'm the 10% that's weird and wears pants, but that's because
Who
I feel
the
like
fuck do you think you are wearing pants
Right.
on
I mean,
YouTube? What
I'm
is
obviously
wrong?
so
Like,
much
do you
better
think
than
you're
everybody
better
else.
than the
I am.
non-pants wearers that are on
think.
YouTube?
I know I am.
Oh,
no, seriously
you
though.
did not just.
My
what?
pants. On the note of my pants. My pants are, and you can look them up online, Thai fisherman pants. Thai is in the country Thailand. And they're just these weird pants that are just these big things that you kind of like fold in front of you and then you tie around and you fold them down. And they're just, oh my god, they're so comfortable. My grandma likes to call them Aladdin pants because they remind me of like the big baggy Arabian
like the big,
pants.
like,
But they're not
parachute
that.
pants.
They're not that, but they're definitely big and flowy. You know what I mean? But they don't like elastic at the ankle. And they're definitely different than those harem parachute
You
pants.
fucking cunt.
But anyway,
Yeah,
I love these things. They're
Ah,
I
you
do not wear standard pants, jeans unless I absolutely have to, or slacks unless I absolutely have to. Which luckily, because I work here taking care of my wife, I generally don't have to. So, but whenever we're going to a wedding or something in that kind of a direction, it's
Fucking
like,
cunt.
okay, I guess I better put some real pants on.
When I wake up in the morning, the first thing I think about is what can I not wear pants with?
I am the type of person that, okay, so we'll say two things here real quick. first one, and I said to everybody that I was probably going to put a stream up, and now that because we've rambled, I'm probably just not going to do it. And I'll just make sure that I get it done later today and apologize to everybody. Well, I told you it was going to happen, but that's what happens. You should hit that bell so that you can get notifications and all that shit.
That's how exactly I end my videos.
Really?
Yeah.
What a
What was that now?
coincidence. I know a lot of YouTubers that end their videos that way too.
I didn't today because I was just trying to get it done so that I could get the other one started up, because I actually only had like a half hour, 45 minutes before we're going to get ready to go for the day. But usually my outro is I say goodbye the way I say hello, but in reverse. And then I kind of like let everybody know, hey, so, you know, please leave me a like if you liked it. That always lets me know that you appreciate what I'm doing. But then if you didn't like it, feel free to hit the dislike button. But what I ask is that you leave me a comment down below explaining why you did that so I can try to be better next time.
You know, when I get done
I'm one
streaming
of
my
the
porn
few-
videos every day, I say, if you want me to
Right?
give you a blowjob and you're over the age of 18, please go ahead and do that.
Okay.
I'm totally
Hey,
kidding.
Cammy. Come on, grow up. It's not like you're only 15, 16 years old.
I'm exactly that.
I know.
It's
That's
cool.
why I said it. But hey, you know.
It was a joke. I joke, you know. a joke.
Yeah. In Mother Russia, dog blows you. What?
Yeah, in Mother Russia, we cut off their fingers, we put them in soup.
Oh, Monsieur, Soul Society.
Yes.
You little bitch, come here.
Dost thou want,
To go to
Rainbow
the bathroom?
Six,
Yeah.
Siege?
Wait. Did you just say dost thou want Rainbow Six Siege?
Yes.
Yes.
No, I don't.
I might be able to swing that, tomorrow. So,
Oh, you
we'll
little
see.
cunt.
Oh God.
Because I had a hell of a lot of fun. I'm not
Sorry,
promising
I'm
anything
cussing
yet,
off.
but I had a hell of a lot of fun watching you play it, and I would love to have a hell of a lot of fun playing it with you. And it's on sale right now for $12, so.
I know.
Oh,
That's
really?
what I
Will you
like.
buy
I
me
told
Call
you
of
that.
Duty then? I mean,
Which one?
Grand Theft Auto.
Which we Grand Theft Auto 5?
Yeah. Go ahead, buy that for me. You're just passing out money, right?
No, but why?
Mr. Beast would.
Why not?
Well, I mean, why would I buy it for you?
Because we're friends.
Well, no, but the
Well,
only
that's
way
why we
that
just bonded.
I'm just saying the
We
only
just
way
bonded.
that I would be able to buy it for you is to give you PSN credit to go buy it on the store, and it's
Yeah,
stupid expensive on the
yeah.
store compared to
That's
if you
like
go buy
$20.
no, but it's stupid expensive on the store compared to if you go to a GameStop and find a used copy of it.
Really?
It's like
It's like
$12,
$8?
$13 usually.
That's the same price.
No, it's like $20 on the PlayStation Network, isn't it?
It's like 15.
I'll look it up.
Real quick. Anyone that's watching the Big Boss stream right now, I have one thing to say.
Booyah!
What?
No, that wasn't him. That was me.
Anybody who's watching this stream right now, I just want to let you know that you're an awesome person, and you should remember that.
We appreciate
You little
you
cunt.
supporting his channel.
You say the nicest thing and then they just say you look.
Whatever.
Everybody,
I am
hey.
currently playing this game, and these
Everybody,
little shits are just killing
Number
me.
3 instead of 4.
Like, subscribe, and ring that bell.
Like, subscribe, and make sure you hit that bell for notifications. You'll be the first one to know about upcoming videos.
That way you can show up and hit first in the comments, because everybody loves the guy who
everybody
types
loves
first.
the first comments.
Yeah.
I'd be
You
a
will
great
get
YouTube
all the
sensation.
ladies.
I'd be like the Liza
That's the key.
Koshy
That's the key
of
to
the
getting all the
internet.
ladies. That is the key to. But by the way, I know you must be a guy because you know there are no chicks on the. This was one of the
Oh,
rules.
I'm a guy?
That's a lot.
Yeah, you have to be.
You said, you know...
There are no girls on the
It's
internet. Have you read the
questionable
rules?
these
Have you read all the
days.
rules of the internet?
Hey,
I have
hey,
not.
what about
I have not.
What
Yeah,
about
go
Amber?
look up the rules of the
Does Amber
internet. They're
count?
ridiculous. Rule 34 is the best, actually. Do you know about Rule
Oh, God.
34?
Please don't bring that
no,
up.
I don't.
Please don't bring that up.
So I'm gonna
you have
bring
to
it
be a
up so you
virgin?
can plug your ears and go la la la. But Rule 34 of the internet states that if it exists, there will be porn of it.
Yeah, that's... Well, you're not
Rule
wrong.
35 states if there is not porn, porn will be made.
But if there's no girls on the internet, who's making the porn?
Oh shit, he's right.
Because they wish there were girls.
Oh, so it's guys dressing up as girls.
Also, the rules of the internet were written, if I'm not mistaken, like 2 decades ago or something like that. So, like, you know, hey, it is what it is. There's probably been amendments since then. No, it's really funny. It was on like 4chan or something like that back in the day.
God, remember when 4chan was cool?
When 4chan was actually a thing and not just like that thing that we talk about used to be a thing? Yeah. I do remember.
God.
Are you back, Cammy? Are you back? By the way, if you guys hear me talking about Cammy...
All I can think about now is stomas.
So... I'm sorry.
Like, I just remember this one lady, like, I'll never forget cleaning out her catheter and then having to clean her stoma. This is
such great, riveting conversation to have going on in the background of Big Boss's stream. I love
Press
it.
the stream over here.
Okay, so, like, when you clean out a catheter, you know how, like, the place I had to work at, like, you had to measure it out?
No, are we talking Foley caps?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, like, when you, like, clean out the bag, like, you had to measure out how much so they could monitor it.
Yeah.
And
obviously.
So like this one lady, she was in there for so long. It was like a rehab and long-term care facility. So like I worked at the long-term care facility side, not the rehab side. And one day they sent me over to the rehab side, and they were like, "Hey, I need you to work on this." And I was like, "Okay." So this lady, they had me measure out her catheter pee, and
so
it
I'll tell you this much real quick. I'm gonna cut you off, okay? If I was gonna get you Grand Theft Auto, I would absolutely not get you Grand Theft Auto.
Why?
Because Grand Theft Auto is $30, but right now it's half off for $14, okay? And that's just like fuck off. However, I would almost be willing to consider, if I had the spare money, which I don't know if I would. I probably don't. Grand Theft Auto 5 Premium Online Edition, which is $60, but it's currently 75% off, so it's also only $15.
Really?
Yeah. Like, why would you buy the regular? What the hell is that? That's only 50% off. The other one is 75%. It's $60. What?
Shut up and take my money. There's my credit card number.
No, seriously. The other day when E3 was going on, and I saw the preview for the Fallout, or sorry, why I say Fallout, the Final Fantasy VII remake. I was like, no, seriously. When they released that, when they showed that first edition version.
Yeah.
It's $330. I was like, shut up, and take my money. I don't have that money, but take it anyway.
Take my credit card number,
money
please.
I have.
Charge it only on the days that I get paid.
I need to find.
Only on the days I get paid.
Right? No, I was telling somebody else. I was like, man, like I don't know how I'm gonna do this yet, but I'm gonna find a way, and I'm gonna pre-order this bitch, even if I have to go prostitute myself.
Whoa.
Yeah, there you go.
And they were like, "You're gonna
Start
do
figuring
that,
assholes,
aren't you?"
dog.
I'm like,
Alright,
yeah,
they'll give you hell
because
money
that's
for that.
what I would. Actually, to be fair, I would not be against prostitution. So prostitution. I mean, my wife probably would, but that's. I've talked to other people, and I'm like, I have absolutely like, I'm very weird that way. Like, I have no like, I have self-respect and self-value, but I have like no self-pride. You know what I mean? Like, I'm willing to do
like
almost
my
anything.
Absolute twin, which is really weird.
I'm willing to do almost anything for the right. I want to say price, but it's not even price. It's just for the right
cause.
Right.
Really?
I'll say oomph. So even if I'm not gonna gain anything out of it, but it's gonna. I said almost. If it's gonna be something that's downright cruel or destructive to somebody else, then probably not.
Quit being a wuss and get in there and just do it, alright?
I'm sadistic. I'm a sadist. I absolutely enjoy that, but I also feel bad. Like, I have,
oh my God.
empathy.
Okay, so wait a minute. Let me stop you right there. So what's your, like, are you a Cancer?
I'm a Leo. August
That makes
1st.
so much sense.
So I'm
Like,
like
for a Leo.
borderline it. I'm borderline a Cancer, but I'm a Leo.
Yeah, I'm a Cancer. That's probably why we have the same.
My sister's a Cancer.
Yeah, I'm just a cunt.
I'm gonna cut a
Yeah, you
journal
got
to
them
everyone.
crabs.
This is an 18 and up video, guys. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, you might have to flag that that mature box at the end of your video, man. I'm sorry.
I don't give a fuck. I like that.
Just go on after you're done and change the title to, if you're not 18, then fuck you.
Get out.
If not 18
Yeah, no.
or above,
That's the thing,
don't
man.
turn
Like,
in.
my channel, I am no shy to the F word or any other profanity or absolutely.
Listen, you're not allowed to say shit
especially
like
when
that, alright?
Especially when I'm playing something like that. I was playing with Soul the other day. He made me come play, and I say he made me, but I was very happy to do
He
it more or
forced
less.
you?
Yeah, kind of. But I was playing Black Ops 3 with him, and we're sitting there, we're going through, we're doing hardcore, we're doing this and we're doing that, and I'm like, oh my god, the curses that I would throw out were just, you can always kill. Some of them were pretty creative. You know, it was more like, you fucking dog shit cock monkey!
Monkey at the end of it. Nice. Alright, you know what? I might end this stream and hop onto some Black Ops 3.
Suck a fart out my
This
ass.
guy needs to hurry up and join the freaking
No,
thing.
I say that one specifically. If nobody knows that reference, then, you know, well, you should go look up Norseman, because, yeah,
Sanctuary.
that show is great.
Sweet Sanctuary.
Has anybody here seen Norseman on Netflix?
What the fuck is a Norseman?
So,
Is that like Vikings?
yeah, actually it is.
BoJack
So
Horseman?
Norseman
No,
is a
I've been
reference
stuck
to
in the Game
anybody
of
that's
Thrones, to be
from
honest.
that's from the Norse or Netherlands or specifically the Scandinavian region, right? Most specifically, it usually references either Denmark, Iceland, or Norway. This show takes place specifically in Norway, with thousands to a couple of other places. I'm Norwegian, so it's really freaking hilarious to me. And I'm also Native American, but like 3/4 of my heritage is Norwegian, so.
So are you looking to, you know, like leave your girlfriend? Cause I'm totally available.
No, I'm pretty faithful to her.
Well, you go fuck yourself and your
So
faithful ass
that's not
girlfriend,
likely to
alright?
happen
We don't
anytime
do
soon.
that around here.
I'd be more than happy to be your friend, but yeah, not much beyond.
Hey, what's
Yeah, we could be
happening?
friends.
I'm lost.
She's trying to pick me up. It's all good.
Yeah, you know.
No, she's not the first.
I'm a sadist, you're a sadist, it could be fun. No big deal.
I'm actually just sadomasochist. Like, I go both ways with it. I
Shut the
enjoy,
fuck
the right
up,
kind
okay?
of pain.
Like, oh.
I'm sorry, I keep teasing you. I'm not trying to.
I'm gonna
No,
switch
but,
and I'll show you what's up, you know what
But
I mean?
anyway, there's a
Like,
point in that series where this gal used to be like the head of the chief of the tribe group of people, right? And he's dead now, so she's now kind of like this person in the community. She doesn't really have any power anymore. And this other guy should not have any, but he's all of a sudden like controlling everybody, and he's just an absolute dumbass idiot, right? And he's walking by, and she's supposed to be making a curtain so that, because like he used to be an actor in Rome, but now he's like ruling this like Viking village, right? Which is just the most absurd, stupid thing ever. But that's what's
So-
happening. And
okay.
as she's trying to make this curtain, he picks it up and he looks at it, and he calls it trash, and he's like, you need to start all over. And she looks up at him and she goes, suck a fart out my ass.
God.
So,
And
okay,
and
here's
he
a
goes,
question.
what'd you say? She goes, I said I'll try better next time. He goes, yeah, you better.
Here's a question. So in
What's
Native
that?
American culture, if you're married to a chief and a chief dies, does that give you no power in the, like, in that anymore?
I would venture a very strong guess that it does vary from tribe to tribe, because every different tribe had its own different beliefs and practices. Some were very this way, some were very that way, some were very warlike, some were very shamanist, some were, you know what I mean? So I would not want to say yes or no in a definitive way, because one Native American faith style could be
Are
very,
you
very
Native
different.
American enough to own
another.
part of a casino?
Our tribe does own a casino, so there's that.
What kind of tribe are you?
I'm Cowlitz Indian.
Oh, well, you're fucked.
Actually, kind of. We were only recognized in the late 90s, I believe it was. We fought very long and hard to get our tribe recognized. My grandpa was a big, huge fighter within that, petitioning with the government and whatnot.
You know what I think is just
one of the big problems is we have an
shit?
entire river through our state that is named the Cowlitz River. We have a county named the Cowlitz County. I was taught in my grade school classes about the Cowlitz Indian tribe and how they lived on the Cowlitz River and what their life was like. And yet the U.S. government didn't want to recognize that our tribe existed.
Wow.
Because we
You
had
know
to
what I
file the
think
right
is really
paperwork
funny about that whole thing?
50 years ago.
Is that the government was like, oh yeah, we're gonna come in and take all your shit, right? And then at the end, the Native Americans were like, well, fuck you, because now we own all this fucking land and money. So go suck a fucking fart out of my ass.
I mean, you could look at it that way, but it's really like more in the direction of, we're gonna take all your fucking land, send you guys all off to who knows where. Oh, and then by the way, someday we'll go, oops, sorry, and we'll give you little chunks of land that we'll say you can have, but we get to pick where and how in certain other aspects. Not to mention the thing that the thing that doesn't get really talked about very much is the whole idea that you have when settlers first start coming over to America, you have like what used to be the population of America was, and that's north and south, was like dwindled down to like 3/4 of what it used to be, just due to deaths due to pandemic from illnesses that they had absolutely no antibodies or anything to protect themselves against. Malaria, not malaria, but measles and mumps and a bunch of other shit like that just wiped out entire civilizations of Native Americans. That just absolutely decimated, and that's just kind of forgot about for the most part, because they didn't do it on purpose. We can just throw quotes around it. They didn't do it on purpose.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if they did it on purpose or not.
Well, you know what?
You basically chemical warfare genocided an entire culture of people by accident.
Well, you know
but we're
what?
just
I
gonna
have a
pretend
feeling
like it
that
doesn't matter.
At the end of the time here on Earth, that our time's gonna end in chemical warfare. So.
Yeah. You know the biggest problem that I have and that nobody else seems to give a shit about? Coming from being a Native American? No, well, yeah, okay, that...
You don't give a shit about the environment?
I don't want to say no
What the fuck is wrong
because
with
yes,
you?
obviously yes.
Oh my god, you don't
no,
give a
that's
fuck
not
about
the
the
one.
environment? No, that's what you just said, and you're a Native American. Oh my god.
Yeah, right.
This Native American
I
doesn't give
also
a fuck
very
about the
quickly
environment,
caught
guys.
myself and tried to, go backwards. But no, that's not what I meant. What I meant was, I have a pet peeve, and it's not even an important thing. It's actually technically a absolutely not important thing. It's just a pet peeve for me. And my pet peeve is that we still call Native Americans Indians. We're not from India.
You're not?
There's an entire group of people called Indians that live in a country called India that are actually Indians. You know why they call Native Americans Indians?
Because they're Native Americans.
Yeah, but then that would be like, Americans. We are the only people who can actually claim to be Americans.
You don't hear black people calling white people crackers all the time.
Oh yeah, I do. I do.
Oh, leave us out of this. Alright, let's just
But
back it up.
beyond that, and I'm not trying to use racial slurs or anything on your channel, man, right now. Which, by the way, that is, if you didn't realize. But
maybe I did,
but no.
maybe I didn't. Who knows? I can't tell
But
you.
the reason that they call Native Americans Indians is because when they came to America, they were looking for a route to India. When Christopher Columbus came to America, he was looking for a route around the world, shortcut to India, so he didn't have to go down the Silk Road, which there was a whole bunch of people who were hijacking and tolling people and costing a bunch of money. So he was paid by his government to go find a way to just sail off into oblivion and hopefully find a way around the world and end up in India. Well, he ended up in a place that looked kind of jungle-like because it had a whole bunch of forests and stuff.
Oh
And it had people with darker skin, so he assumed, hey, ended up in India. Neat. Well, he came back home and he's like, yeah, I totally found India. Well, then they, long story short, they obviously found out, oh, no, this is not India. This is a whole new place. That's why they call it the New World. They said it got over to the New World. I don't remember his first name, but his last name was Americas.
I didn't know I was getting a history lesson.
He drew up a whole bunch of maps of this new world,
Well.
and then signed it at the bottom with his last name, Americas. So obviously everybody started calling this the Americas map, and then the name of the place became Americas.
Wow, that was a great story.
But we still
I'm
call
really
these people
not
that they
sure.
found that they thought were Indians, even though we found out, oh no, they're just the natives of this place that we now call Americas.
You cunt, you took my kill.
So,
That was a
it's
really
a big
great
pet peeve to me.
story,
Because it's like,
and
it's a term of ignorance that's still used today.
now I really feel like I need to get a colostomy bag going. Like, I've sat here for so long and listened to this story. It's been 100 years.
I am that person. That maybe we're not meant for each other then, because yeah, I don't.
You know what? It
Talking
doesn't matter.
about
I'll put my differences to the
useless
side
facts.
just for you. I'll do anything for you, baby. Come on, don't
Whoa.
be like this. You said you love me.
Listen, calm the fuck down.
Don't tell me how to live my life.
Well, I'm going
we'll
to. You
do
better
it
calm the
all
fuck
that.
down, alright? I will put on my military helmet, find you, bust through your door and go, what the
Well,
fuck?
that's funny because I live in a military town.
Well, me too, but what does you putting on a military helmet have to do with absolutely anything is my question. Like, you
I
come
can-
through my
I can
house
go
wearing
through-
civvies and a military helmet, I'm like, what is this crazy motherfucker doing coming through my door?
Yeah, because nobody just walks around town with a military helmet on.
Right?
Only the
Like,
crackheads.
yeah. That's,
I'm a
like,
fucking
like,
crackhead, yeah.
No, no, the perfect example, and to anybody out there who's an actual fan of the new Star Wars movies, I'm sorry, I'm about to be dicking on
Don't
them,
you
but like,
spoil it. I swear to sweet
No, I'm not
baby
spoiling-
Jesus, I will
I'm not
find you and
spoiling
hurt you.
anything. But have you've seen at least the first new one, right? Like The Force Awakens or whatever.
No?
Well, anyway, there's a scene in it where she's got like one of the old Rebel helmets on. But that's all she's got on, right? She's just sitting there. She's got like one of the old type, like the X-wing fighter helmets on. And she's sitting there, and I don't know if she's like being some little kid thinking she's cool or something. I don't know, but it's just like, why did she put that on? Like, is she 12?
Maybe she is
I-
12. You don't know
To
that.
me, I think
Like, what's
it's just
going
to
on?
keep her hopes up and like
But she doesn't even know
not-
who her parents are, so it doesn't. She hasn't
Okay,
any
I'll be
idea
back.
if that has anything to
Don't
do with
go
that.
anywhere.
Not
I
even
will
her
be back.
parents.
I'm
Not
actually
even her
going
parents.
somewhere. I have to get off, wake my wife up, and get ready for the day. So I'll be back on tonight. I have to get off. So. But yeah, no, I just that scene when she put that on, she was like, "I have helmet." I was like, "What is this?"
I
Is
think
weird.
she just wants to keep her hopes up that the rebels aren't.
Well, the rebels. But that's there's a whole nother element there that I can dig into that I'm not even gonna start. That would take me like
It's a whole nother
half hour to
container
45
inside.
minutes.
What is this? What is this?
Basically, I don't know that I'm referencing the same thing you're referencing, but what you're referencing referenced what I want to reference. So yeah, okay, sure, we'll go with that metaphor.
Alright, goodbye.
But anyway, yeah. Hey, so Big Boss.
Yeah, what's up?
And take it easy, man.
Alright, I will. You too, man.
If this party happens to somehow still be open by the time that I get home tonight, I won't rejoin it, and I will then do some of my Division 2 streaming then, but I'm not going to be able to do it before we leave today, probably. So, I'll talk to y'all later.
Alright, deuces.
Okay, bye.
Alright, so this has been your boy Preston or
Oh,
Blade.
wait. I gotta check this real quick before I leave. I'm sorry.
Well,
Oh,
God,
that's
so
cool.
good.
we're
That's
in
cool.
this shit.
That's cool.
So, yeah. Don't forget to leave a like, comment down below, hit the subscribe, click that bell for notifications. If you enjoyed. If you don't like me or the people I hang out with, then fuck you. I don't give a shit. Alright.
Oh my god.
You can subscribe to my channel if you want more content like
I love
this.
you.
But if you don't, then you can go suck a big fat dick and unsubscribe, dislike. Don't leave a fucking comment telling me why.
I'm gonna.
Because
by
I'm
the
a
way, I'm
fucking
gonna
asshole,
leave a link
deuces.
to your channel at the end of my video.
Alright. Man, these fucking people, bro.